guys, welcome back to my channel, and yes, today we are talking about periods again. The topic for today's video was inspired because A, it is currently winter here in the UK, and B, I recently came off my pill to try and get my periods back, which I will do a complete separate video on why I decided to do that, but it did make me realise that I might not have chosen the best time to do that. So in today's video we are going to be talking about why period cramps can often be worse in the winter. Now I should just state before I get any further into the video that like most things when it comes to reproductive health, there is very little research that's been done into it, and so I can only share with you what I've managed to learn through doing my own research online and finding various different sources. So as far as I can work out, none of these theories have been proven yet during a scientific research study, but they have been suggested by multiple different gynecologists, and I felt like that was probably enough for this video. Plus I can definitely attest to the fact that my period cramps are worse in the winter than they are in the summer. That has always been the case for me, so a lot of this made sense, and that's why I felt like I should do this video. So without further ado, let's get on into the reasons. Reason number one, lack of vitamin D. In the winter time, the days are shorter, we get less exposure to vitamin D, and also people tend to prefer to stay inside because it's colder, and they are moving less and therefore getting less sunshine too. There are also some theories that the lack of sunshine can affect the thyroid gland, which can cause hormonal imbalances, and that can also lead to more intense menstrual cramps. Reason number two, the cold weather can cause your arteries to constrict. So when it's colder, your arteries constrict, and this makes your heart have to work much harder to pump the blood around your body. This one probably makes sense to quite a few of you, because if you think about it, when we get menstrual cramps, one of the things we often do is put a hot water bottle on our stomach to help with the cramps. That's to aim to increase the blood flow and to make it easy to move around, hence reducing the cramping. So it does make sense that the cold weather would make this worse. Number three, moving less. Because in the winter time, like we said a bit earlier, we tend to move less and go outside less. We move less, we eat more, and that can increase chances of experiencing PMS. So for those of you who really suffer from PMS symptoms such as mood swings, depression, this can often be linked to this lack of movement and lack of exercise, creating those endorphins that we would usually get. And not only can this make PMS worse, it can also lead to more irregular period cycles. So it's just something to bear in mind. So there you go. There are the three main reasons why period cramps can often be worse in the winter. Like I said earlier, this is something that I personally have noticed for myself, that I tend to get worse cramps in the winter. But it'd be really interesting to hear from those of you who live in hotter climates, or climates perhaps where it doesn't get that cold, whether you notice the same effect. And for those of you that do live in colder climates, do you notice that you have worse periods? Maybe you've moved from a hotter climate to a colder one and you've seen a change. It'd be really interesting to gauge this, because like I said, there's so little research that's ever done on women's reproductive health that it's really difficult to find research on this. So maybe we could do a little bit of our own non-scientific study down in the comments. Let me know what your own period experiences have been like with regards to the weather. I, for one, definitely noticed a difference in my periods when it comes to the climate, but like I said, it'd be really interesting to hear what you guys think. But lastly, what are some of the things you can do to combat this? Well, there are a few suggestions that I've seen from gynecologists of ways you could maybe help to improve this, although of course none of these are going to be cures, and especially none of these are going to be cures if you've got an underlying condition like endometriosis or adenomyosis like I do in my case. So aside from taking pain medicine like paracetamol or ibuprofen, some other things you could try are a gentle massage on your tummy with some oil. You could drink some chamomile or some ginger turmeric tea. These are both very recommended with period cramps. Like we said before, using a hot water bottle or maybe having a hot shower or a hot bath. I personally am much more of a bath person, and it really doesn't bother me that I have my period and I'm sitting in bath water with it. I'd always much rather have a bath than have a shower personally. And lastly, practicing some yoga, and particularly some menstrual yoga, is stuff that some people find very helpful before their periods with helping with their cramps. I personally tried this before and it didn't help me, but you never know, it could work for you, so maybe give that a go. And of course, if you haven't tried reusable menstrual products yet, it might be worth giving those a try, as many people that try them find that they get reduced menstrual cramps and reduced bleeding when they use them. Again, very little scientific research done, we don't know why, but it has been reported time and time again, and so, you know, you never know, you've got nothing to lose. I personally find them way more comfortable, and just sitting on a nice soft pad that's breathable, not itchy and sweaty, makes all the difference for me on my period, or using a menstrual cup and being able to forget about it for 12 hours. Either way, the most important thing is to do whatever feels most comfortable for you and what works for your body. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do please subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in trying out some cloth pads, you can get them from my website, Precious Stars. Link is down below and at the end of the video if you want to check that out. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Do please subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye everyone, happy periods.